Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. It is a truly passionate scene here. Always has been ever since this ground first opened. This unique feeling is something that has rarely changed, even through major modernisations down the years. The action has already started. Muscular approach does pay off here. And here's Van Basten. Van Basten. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Luka Modric. He's someone, Peter, who reads the game that little bit quicker than everyone else. He's got fantastic technique too, and that allows him to weigh his through balls to near perfection, as well as keep hold of it when he's under pressure. He's a real leader out there, someone who can take control of the game and maintain it.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Oh, Red, nice interception. Batistuta. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Some really good ball movement. Milan getting forward at times, but achieving little of substance. He's a sharp little ball here. Schneider. Now it's Rafael Leao. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Oh, it's Van Basten. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pullet pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Paz.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Modric looking to penetrate opposition lines. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that should get the job done. Threads one in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Floated through. Rui Costa. Decent chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch.
He's had a shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now, can they get him away? He's got away. Delivers with... And the shot! It's there! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, perfectly measured that. And this is Batistuta. Chance! Goal! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one...
And the referee brings the first half to a close. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Signore e signori, vi chiediamo cortesemente di rimanere seduti durante lo svolgimento della partita. Grazie. Attenzione, un cambio.
And the second half gets underway.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Fofana. Now that looks a decent ball. That is good alertness. That has not gone well. Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel.
Rafael Leao! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Modric. Reinders. Oh, good spread. Played back in. He is just caressing the ball. Gattuso did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to Great chance! Yes, it's there! Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 81.700.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He's beaten the last man. Oh, taken with style. Who saw this coming? It's turned into a real fight to the last.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Shoots! He has done it! And they get themselves in front! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Now it's Rafael Leao. He is through here. Bastoni gets it away. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, that's well spotted. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Oh, he's not getting any further than that. Oh, that's a key interception. Paz.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Batistuta. Fofana. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Nicely weighted ball. Can he get it through?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. De Vrij cuts it out. Rafael Leao. And it's Snyder. Modric has created one goal already. Now it's Snyder. That is good strength.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
And this is Dybala. Shapes to shoot! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Shoots! And he hits the net. They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That was a given. It always was.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Goes forward. Hernandez calmly anticipates. Now it's Hullet. And he's found a way past. Now it's Schneider. And they're quick to press. Nicely spread. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Hullet.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's on it, can he get away? Oh, there's the shot! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And that's put paid to a promising move. And he's heaved it away. That is a brilliant interception. That has ended up in no man's land. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And claimed it back swiftly. Duron kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Van Basten. Schneider.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That could spell trouble. He's through, it's one-on-one, takes a shot! Oh, that wasn't far away.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Serginho, and it's played, it climbs up big! And he was there to get a vital touch.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Nakata, he's in a great position here. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Corner number 2 then. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Nakata. Hit into the middle. Oh, important interception. Dybala, who does have an assist to his name, could move up a gear here. Seedorf. Now it's Hullet. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Seedorf. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great vision. Oh, super find. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Dybala has it out wide and in space. Ibrahimovic! That was superb goalkeeping.
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Schneider. Rijkaard. And it's Seedorf. Tomori. Seedorf demonstrating his defensive quality there. Hullet dominates aerially so often. Nakata. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Gattuso. Now it's Van Basten. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Costa Curta gets rid without sophistication. Good ball, good take. It's Van Basten! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. And there is the half-time whistle. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. The midway point of the game.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10. Lascia il campo per il
And we're underway again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Knocks it out wide. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Nakata. Bastoni. Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Pete.
Big chance! He's scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom. Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. There is from Ribéry, just a smashing player, Jim.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see an awful lot of him out on the wing here, Peter. He'll inject an awful lot of energy and pace into this team's attack, but he's also got an eye for a killer ball. That's why he's racked up so many assists at club level.
Yeah, double figures every season is the norm for him. Great numbers.
Yeah, can't argue with stats like that.
Akanji getting this one clear. And this is... And the shot! And reclaimed it in a trice. Chance, surely! Goal! Milan! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And this is a decent chance! McTominay. Now it's Thuram. And here's Ibrahimovic. And a chance! He scored! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's having a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Ibrahimovic is offering a wry smile there.
Bullets! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. 3-0, and things are starting to... There's the header! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
And he's there to retrieve it. And it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to pass it through. Picked out brilliant. Real chance! He scores! And they're at it again in double quick time. That was a given. It always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
A header! And he steered it beyond the post.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
De Bruyne. Good ball, good take. Well read, nice interception. And it's Dybala. Gattuso is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Pass somewhat off target. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, there's a probing ball. And they win it back again. Gattuso. De Bruyne. And now the breakaway.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Van Basten. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Milan presented with a golden opportunity here. So this to extend their lead. And he's missed altogether.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Ibrahimovic goes down, but nothing given. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. To further improve their position of comfort. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Thuram! He's got a goal! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Inter Milan playing for pride here. The match surely beyond them. Gattuso. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ribery. Gullit. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And the through ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Delivered across.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Done delicately. Foot in. Oh, this looks sharp. Gattuso kept his eye on it, and he's there. Gullit. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Ibrahimovic driving forwards. And the first 45 minutes are up. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Milan have been simply outstanding in the first half. There doesn't seem to be a single weakness in their team, and should that not change, they could go big from here.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Milan are dishing out a mauling here then. It's only half-time, but the game looks sewn up already.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 17, Ibrahimovic.
Here we go
Viene
again.
sostituito con il numero 11, Filippo Inzaghi.
Looking for the run. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Pull it. It's Inzaghi! Oh, it's hit the post! Inter Milan are anything but solid just now, rather exposed actually.
Well, Peter, they're renowned for their breakaways, but you do have to be risky at times.
Now it's Martinez. That's a shade optimistic. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Inzaghi. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. Anguissa. Oh, played right into his path. Now it's Van Basten. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Milan have reclaimed it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Inzaghi. Oh, that Inzaghi! Oh, terrific save.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. That has not gone well. And here's Inzaghi. Great ball and he charged for a shot! Really well taken goal. How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
It's become a case of men against boys. Inter Milan needed that. They really did. Oh, what a mistake! McTominay. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now it's Van Basten. Akanji gets across to intercept that. Now it's Ribery. That ball looks a good one. The fly goes sliding in. Now he's off and running. Now it's Inzaghi. A probing pass. Oh, that's well spotted. Bastoni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Dybala. Akanji promptly onto that, and that is that. McTominay.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Thuram. Can he get on the end of... Goes for a shot! Off the post! Cleared without complication. Takes the shot! Ruled out the best in the keeper.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
That has earned a reprieve. Can he finish? Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
He's had it taken off him. Thuram, lovely pass, but can he get there? Odo. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Filippo Inzaghi shapes to shoot! Superb by Inzaghi! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts!
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Duron is there to clear. Bullet pinches it off him. It's a lovely, neat pass. Acerbi unable to make it. It's Inzaghi. Can he finish? It's in! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game?
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And that means just one thing. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan have done it. The Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Ibrahimovic, a player joining here, a pretty exclusive club. This game is the 200th in his career for this side.
Yeah, and he looks like he's raring to go here too, Peter. You can really tell how eager he is to leave his mark on this game. And when he's in that sort of a mood, he usually gets what he wants.
No, it's come to nothing. And he's had it nicked away. Mateus. Oh, it's Salas. Good ball over the top. Nice interception, well timed. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Salas. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Stood up well to him there. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Salas. And that pass just didn't quite work. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Bastoni. Rui Costa. And he's heaved it away. The ball goes in. Ball's gone out of play. He can get that clear. Batistuta. That is good alertness.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Pass somewhat off target. Spread it left. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Now it's Batistuta. Searching pass he's played there. And Salas! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. McKennie. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Batistuta. And he's managed to get rid. And smartly reclaimed. McKennie. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he was quick to react. He won't be happy with that one. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. But that has not gone well. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Salas. Serginho. Nicely weighted ball. Chance for a shot! It's in!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Milan have taken the lead.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Cafu. Batistuta chasing after it. And the first 45 minutes are up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
That gets things going for the second half.
It's not easy being down in situation.
Oh, whistle's gone, now then! And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Milan with this to level it up. We're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence. That was never missing.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing.
Batistuta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Çalhanoğlu. Bullet dominates aerially so often. Barella. That is lovely. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cafu. And Mateus. Played out wide. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's played it in low. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Rui Costa. Van Basten. Ibrahimovic. He gets big. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Look at the space. And the finish! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And this is Van Basten. Well, what about it? It's turned into a real fight to the last. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Well, played right into his path. And this is Batistuta. And he shoots! Goal! Milan! And they've got their lead back. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 6.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Cambio di giocatore.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Barella deals with that comfortably. This time, surely! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Ibrahimovic at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
McKennie receives it in a good position here. Milan can breathe again, just.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And he's picked it up and climbs up big! Oh, it's come off the upright. Goal, Milan! And again they hit the front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Milan take the lead.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Just eases him off the ball. Looking for the run. It's played through for him. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Pulisic. It's a pretty loose pass. Time is running out here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Mateus wins the duel this time. Odo. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Ah, he's given it away. Now it's Ibrahimovic. There's the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Cafu gets it away. Ibrahimovic is flagged offside.
Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Il quarto uomo indica 4
There
minuti
will
di
be
recupero.
4 extra minutes. Looking for options for movement. Cafu receives it in a wide position. Well read, nice interception. And back to the goalkeeper. That'll be a throw-in. Deftly away. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is... Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The action has already started.
Gigi Buffon, pretty much peerless in every way, Peter.
Tough to disagree with that. Rarely has a keeper surely commanded quite so much respect.
And from both his own team and the opposition, I would have loved to play with someone like this behind me. Time and time again, he's shown he's just the best.
It's Çalhanoğlu! Oh, it's hit the post! Nicely spread. He's a sharp little ball here. Can he finish? And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And here's Platini. Platini crosses it in. Nice looking ball. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Rafael Leao. He's under a lot of pressure there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Ibrahimovic.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Nicely shaped ball. Martinez is wide and looking to get onto this. He's found the way. Martinez! Tries to get it clear. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, nicely intercepted. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Van Basten. Çalhanoğlu. Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Rafael Leao. Threads one in. Roberto Carlos. Flings in. Can he finish? Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bonucci is the team's great visionary. Oh, well measured. Gullit, and this is... It's Inzaghi! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Ibrahimovic, and this is Van Basten. Oh, well played, he needed to get that right. Now it's Ibrahimovic! And he comes up trumps again.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
Cambio di giocatori.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that is one way to stop him. Rui Costa. And here's Van Basten. Look at the space here. Great chance! Goal, Milan! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Per il Milan ha segnato al 30° minuto numero 9.
you